Welcome back everybody to the second update of today, and this is probably going to be a coin that a lot of people are waiting for, and that is Solana, because I think almost everyone, if you're holding BTC and ETH, is holding some Solana. If you're a fan, if you're a holder, then you're probably not going to like what I'm going to tell you in this video, because I am not as bullish as most of the people on Twitter, on YouTube, or you see in other socials, but I will show you exactly why that is. If you like the content, guys, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything, leave me a comment and share this video with your friends. Without further ado, let's start diving in. And I really first want to start off with the macro here on Solana. We're looking here at the weekly, and I just want to go over price action a little bit and that you understand why price is moving the way it is moving. We're first going to go back all the way here at the bottom at the left. This is in 2020. Solana was trading at and around a couple dollars, and then we had this major run up all the way up to $250. Insane run, and of course everything had to do with how promising this project was, blah 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 blah. Like all of the other projects that are being launched, everything is going to change the world and it's going to be the Ethereum killer, blah 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 blah, but eventually everything is just draining and pretty much going to zero. Also Solana, because we went from $259, is that correct what I'm saying? Yeah, $259 all the way down in the bear market to, I think it was as low as $10 on the, here you go, as low as $8. Imagine if you need to hold this all the way through from the top to the absolute bottom, you are down 96%, but this was going to change the world. All right, cool. But then afterwards we saw this huge rally up, because of course everything that they promised was really being launched, and now of course we have a gazillion meme coins on the Solana network. But that also caused that price action now just blasted higher, and this actually has been a very strong coin throughout the end of 2023 all the way to 2024, and now we're seeing some slower price action. However, the way price is developing is something that concerns me. So what are we really seeing? We're seeing a massive run up, then we're seeing a massive dump down, and I would say if this was really that bullish, it should not have retraced 96%, but okay, it is what it is. And then eventually we're going back to that all-time high. And how does price react once we get there? Look at the thick white line, that's the previous all-time high. Again, we're here on the weekly. You can see it is a clear SRP of that level. Then we're getting a pretty steep retrace. Then again we're going higher, and we cannot hold above that level, above the $260, and then again going lower. Plus the high here is ever so slightly higher than here, right? This was 259, let's say 260, and this was 290. Such a big run all the way from $8 that you can only go from 260 to 290. That is not so strong, that is not as much as you think. That in itself shows that there is exhaustion here at the top. There are not a lot of buyers, or I have to say less aggressive buyers to push price higher. Then eventually you're coming down again all the way to $100. Also here, pretty steep retracement. And then I pulled a volume profile all the way here till the end, and you can see that price is reacting very nicely within this macro profile. So for traders, it actually is very nice, because you have your clear SFPs, you have big run-ups, you have major moves down. As you can see, the value area lows being respected, value area highs being respected. It works actually quite nicely. But if you are a major bull, well, then actually I think it doesn't look all too nice, like I said, because of these highs and because of the way price is reacting and the deep retracements. So what I'm looking at, well, if I pull a channel, and I already did that here to save some time, you can see we have the bottom here, then we have some touch points here, then we have a super nice and clear touch point here, then we have a nice touch point here at the top. So if we would now travel up again, I am actually looking for a target of at and around $350. So if we eventually over the next couple weeks or even months do something like this and we top out at $350, I would not be surprised. And it would also make a lot of sense, because it also coincides then with the action that we have already seen. Tops barely being taken out. We're ever going just slightly higher, kind of what BTC is doing in the last couple months, that we don't see this extreme push to the upside, but just a and a retrace again, a little bit higher and a retrace again. So this coin, Solana, is actually reacting and trading almost the same as BTC. Not an exact moment up and down, but the way it is behaving is very much like BTC. However, if we are also going up to the 350, what then is my macro target here, we are right now trading at 185. Let's put it extreme. Let's say we go approximately 2x. Then we're going from 100 billion to 200 billion market cap. Assuming that what we are seeing here is correct. Imagine that you need $100 billion to push this price 2x. That means that you need to go to a big fund, a lot of traders. You need to have like big entities that buy Solana for $100 billion, and then you only 2x your money. So if you are believing in a project and you want to have something that is stable, that you can hold for multiple years, that is a proven track record, that probably will be here in a couple years from now, yes, this could be a good play. But if you're here only for the profits and because you want to make a major return, 5x, 10x, 20x, forget about it. It's not going to happen. That train already left once we were trading here at that approximately between $10 and $20. This right here was the time to accumulate. So I would say if you have not, if you do not have any Solana right now in your spot portfolio, I personally would not buy it because, well, how much more can you expect? Like I said, maybe 80%, 100% pretty much, and that's, I think, is it, because you just need so much capital to push price higher. The exact same would now be for stocks. If you buy now Apple stock, how many times do you think it will go over? You know, maybe Apple stock doubles in the next 10 years, but that's pretty much it. So if you want to make that 5x, 10x, 20x, you need to start searching for lower cap altcoins and not for something like Solana. I don't want to hate on the project. I still think it is absolutely amazing, especially because so many meme coins have been launched. Just for the profit, I would not do it. Okay, with that being said, you can see now that we are rejecting here from that value area high. If I'm zooming in here on the daily, actually we do see a couple of nice things occurring. Today we're getting a pretty sharp move down, like I said, at the value area high, but there are actually a few confluences that I'm looking at to get into a trade. Let me see what I draw out earlier. I think this actually was pretty nice. So you have this uptrend right here. Again, we are now a little bit overextended, and if I would move my my fib retracement like this, and then you would put them here underneath these lows right here at the point of control, then you can see that if we get another sharp move down in 1 or 2 days, that the golden pocket actually lines up nicely with this trend line. And these trend lines, they work actually quite well in trending markets. That was called a trend line because they work so nicely in trending markets. So if you would have 1 or 2 more days, and then you will bottom out here at that trend line and a golden pocket, this actually could be a very nice long trade at around $166 to $168. That is what I'm looking for, $166 to $168. I think also if I pull a volume profile of the more local price section, I think we're also having a value area high at that range. Let me see if I pull this here. Well, actually you have a very nice high volume node, as you can see right here at that golden pocket. So this actually looks super nice. I am pretty sure you're getting some kind of a reaction at around that level. Usually I do not like to preset my trades, but this is then something I would try to get a limit order here and then really put your stop loss a little bit wider, 161, 160, and then trade it to the upside. If we would go even lower, I have to look here at this point of control at $150, but I'm having a hard time believing that since this is relatively strong but just moving somewhat slower, we're getting all the way back to $150, because if that happens, it's a pretty deep retracement. You're tracing, what is that, further than 78.6, so that just signals then weakness. Then actually I would not be entertained in that long anymore. Something else that could be a little bit more of an aggressive long, but I have to see how price reacts once we get there, is actually from this value area high, and it also then lines up with some price action here. So let me see if I draw this correctly. So you're getting a, oh sorry about that, so you're getting a move here, and then to go higher you can see that we have quite some price action here, and we have also quite some volume here, but other than that it's actually not really supported. Let me quickly see if we have any daily levels at this area. I actually don't think so. We do, yippee-ki-yay, and it's also untapped. Okay, so this suddenly becomes a super nice trade. Okay, this now changes some stuff, and we have the value area high, and we have a daily level there. And we have some volume. This actually now suddenly looks super nice. So this area, 176 now, let's make it 177 to make it easy. 177 actually could be a very nice trade in case that long trade from that golden plate does not play out. So let me just draw this in here real quick so that you guys can see it. Boom, this actually would be super nice. So these are the two major trades that I'm looking at. Of course, I first will be targeting these highs, but then eventually I will be targeting the top here, and then that $350 because it lines up with that macro channel. I do not have a whole lot higher because of course then we are in price discovery mode, but first these highs actually would be a very good target. Would we go higher, then I would just put my stop loss underneath the swing lows. Usually then I use the 4 hour, so then I do something like this, right? This is just a healthy retracement in this uptrend, as you can see, right? Which is making higher highs, higher lows, and this is kind of now what we want to keep seeing. And I would just move my stop loss constantly under these lows. Some people even take 2 lows so that you keep one as a buffer. You don't constantly move it underneath, but you say, you know what, if price is trading here, I will keep right here so that I have one extra low as a buffer. Is a matter of preference, is a matter of strategy, but this is something that I would do. And if you say, okay, you know what, if we are going to break another 4 hour low, then I'm going to take my trade off, because maybe then I'm wrong on my teasers, and then maybe eventually we can just dump down or get a mega scam week, but then at least your profits. Like again, that's just a matter of preference and of a trading strategy, but it is at least something that I am doing. So overall, yes, I am bullish. I think the retracement is healthy. The macro target is $350. I'm not as bullish as what you see in crypto Twitter, mainly because we already had a major run from $10, $20 all the way up to $200 and something. So I think we're kind of coming close to the end of the runway, and if you really want to have a high return, I would focus on different alts. For example, stuff on the Solana chain or maybe on the ETH chain. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more secure, you just want to have a okay result, then this could be a good solution for the spot back. If you have not bought this yet, then I would be very careful, because yeah, practically you are longing here on a little bit of the top of the range. So I would say maybe give it some time before that, so that it can cool off, and then you get into a long trade. So I am moderately bullish. That'll be it for now. That'll be it for this trade, coin and video. If you agree with me or not, please let me know in the comments. I am very curious what you guys think. And when you're down there anyways, also please do me a favor by liking, subscribing, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.